Okay, so this is the first part of the section. So let me discuss about the use case. As you can see, many applications require processing images, resizing, compressing, or optimizing before serving them to end user. Storing raw and high resolution images directly in storage can lead to excessive storage costs and slow content delivery. To solve this, we need an automated pipeline that processes images immediately after the upload. Okay, so this is the step we are going to do in AWS. So what will be the steps? First, let users upload raw images to an S3 bucket. Then once they upload, then automatically trigger an AWS Lambda function when a new image is uploaded. Then the Lambda should resize and compress the image, store the processed image in another S3 bucket or folder, and we have some bucket policies that we have already learned about, right? Storage tiering and all. So those will be there when we set up any S3 bucket. Okay. So now if I come back and if I go back to my draw.io, so this is a portal called draw.io.com. In that portal, you can draw your architecture because you need to draw your architecture before doing anything. Okay, so here you can see the very simple architecture. We will have two buckets. One is departure bucket, another one is destination bucket. Okay, so what will happen? There will be some image that will get uploaded into departure bucket. As soon as it is get uploaded in the departure bucket, this lambda will get triggered, and this lambda will have some code that will resize the image. After that, the resized image will get uploaded in the destination bucket. Okay, and in the destination bucket we will have some resized photo. It looks like this. So this will be the case in our scenario. Now let's go ahead in AWS management console and let's do that. So first we are in the AWS management console. I'll open S3 bucket here. Okay, now first step is that we need to create two buckets, this one and this one, departure bucket and destination bucket. Okay, departure bucket and destination bucket. Okay, so how to create departure bucket and destination bucket? Again, go to S3, click on create bucket, give the name of the departure bucket and destination bucket here, and then just click on create bucket. Okay. In my case, I have already created destination bucket and departure bucket. If I show you, see, this is the departure bucket name, departure dash S3 dash AWS batch. Same way, destination dash S3 dash AWS batch. So this is the two buckets that I already created before. So same way you can create these two buckets. Okay, so once these two buckets are created, then we need to create a lambda function, right? So let's go and create the lambda function. Let's go to lambda. Let's create a function, image processor. Okay, double S, yes, and let me choose Python version 3.10. Okay, 3.10 Python version I'm choosing. I'm keeping architecture as it is. Then go to change default execution role. Okay, right now what we are doing, we are going a role that will have some basic lambda permissions for now. Okay, later on I will tell you what all changes we need to do. Okay, so for now let's go ahead with create a role with basic lambda permissions and just create the function. It may take some time to create the function. Okay, so I hope you guys are familiar with this AWS lambda page. Okay, so right now this is the page how it looks like. Now I am going to copy paste some code that is already written by me. Okay, and I'll explain this code so that you get to know what is going on. Okay, so if you focus, hold on. If you focus, I have imported few libraries, import JSON, from PIL import image. So this is a library provided by Python where you can do the image processing. Okay, I will be using this library. Then I have imported again JSON. We can remove this JSON multiple times. I have printed. So remove this also. I import Boto3 import OS import IO from datetime import datetime from Boto code.exception import client error. And this is the client Boto3 client I defined here. And this is the environment variable I am storing. Environment variable, okay? Because destination bucket. Dest bucket means here is destination bucket. I will show you how we can create environment variable. So this destination bucket is a variable that will take a value from destination bucket environment variable. Okay? Then we have the lambda handler function where based on the user trigger, okay, based on the trigger it will automatically take the record. As you can see, event, then records are mentioned here. So based on this it will take the source bucket from the event, it will take the source key from the event, okay, then it will download the image. Through this method we can download the image, okay. So from the departure bucket we can automatically download the image. Once that is getting uploaded in the bucket, then we'll get the image content here, then we open the image, then we resize the image like in 400 by 800, okay. Then we try to save the image, and this is the image path. And see, s3 client.put object, this is going to upload the object in the destination bucket. As you can see, I have mentioned a destination bucket, okay. And if this whole process is going fine, we will get a message something like processed, and we will get a status code like good status code. If any one of them is not working, then we will get this kind of exception errors, okay. So this is how it looks like. Now another thing is this PIL that you can see, right, this PIL import image, right. So this PIL is a different library and it does not exist right now, okay, it does not exist right now in Lambda's environment. So we have to create a Lambda layer so that this library actually supports in this environment, okay. So that is what we are going to do. If I go up here, you can see something called as layers coming, okay. Now in your case layers may not be there, right. So if I click on add a layer, I go to custom layers and I have my layer, I have my hold on, yeah, I have my layer ARN ready in my case. So I'll just give my layer ARN like this. See, for me it's already coming pillow layer. See, this is the layer that I created, pillow layer, and I click on add. So this layer will get added with this lambda function, okay. But now you can have a doubt that how did you create this layer. Okay, let me just duplicate this tab for a second. Let me go here and let me open the layer section. As you can see, there's something called pillow layer is already there, right. So let me first download this. You just downloaded that, okay. Yes, how I created that I will tell you in the live session when we have it, okay. But let me tell you how you can create the layer. First click on create layer, give the layer name. Let me give like any unique name, pillow layer 2. Then upload the zip file. Right now I have downloaded the zip file, right. So I'll try to upload that only. So what I am doing, I am going to upload the zip file. Compatible architecture, both I'll choose. We are using Python 3.10, so I'll choose Python 3.10. I click on create. So as soon as I click on create, this lambda layer will get created, okay. So now if I go to layer section again and if I click on add layer, if I go to custom layer, see I'm getting Python layer 2 also here. You can choose this also if you want. but for now I have pillow layer, so I'm choosing this pillow layer. Okay, sure, we are good in this so far. Okay. Okay, now again few changes we need to do. First, as you can see, I have defined one environment variable at test bucket. So we have to create also one environment variable, right? So go to configuration section, go to environment variables, then click on edit, add environment variable, then give the values. This is the environment variable test bucket. And what is the bucket name? Bucket name is this destination S3 AWS batch. So this is the bucket name that I need to pass. So I'll pass this destination bucket name. Okay. Then I click on save. Okay, that means now my destination bucket environment variable is set. Then another change I need to do, go to the configuration section, then go to general configuration or permissions. I hope you can recall on when we were creating the lambda, it was coming something create default execution role. So this is the execution role created by lambda automatically. Just click on this. I hope you guys can recall that why this lambda we are using. We are using because we need to get data from departure bucket till the destination bucket, right? So that is why we are using it. So for that, see, if you focus on this permission policies, this is the only for basic this is for basic lambda permissions are only provided here, but as we will be working with S3 bucket also, we need to add a permission from S3 bucket 2. So that's why we have to click something on attach policies. We have to give S3 full access. Okay, we give this and we click on add permissions. Now policy is attached with this role. That means we are good so far. Okay, now if I click on this monitor section, and if I click on the view CloudWatch logs, we can see when this code will get triggered. On that time we can see the logs here. Okay, so let's try. Okay, right now we don't have any logs because we haven't triggered the lambda yet. So let's trigger it. Okay, before triggering we need to attach the trigger, right? See, what is trigger here? As I said, whenever you upload any images in the departure bucket, lambda should automatically get triggered and take the image from the departure bucket, do the changes in the image, upload back into the destination bucket, right? So let me add trigger. What service I want to use? I want to use S3. So once we give this bucket path, after that we just click on this, I acknowledge, and I click on add. So once I do that, as you can see, it is showing up like the trigger departure S3 S3 AWS batch successfully added as image processor. Okay, and you can see in the configuration in the trigger section we are able to see the bucket also. So now what we are going to do is we are going to test it out. So now what we are going to do, we are going to upload one image in this departure S3 AWS batch bucket. Okay, let me upload that image. Pixels Alex, not this one, say pixels, this one. I have upload, open it, click on upload. So as you can see, the image is uploaded. Here you can see this is the image. You can see the timing also, 9:20, 9:21, almost same timing. And if I go to this image and if I click on this monitor section and go to this view CloudWatch logs, if I go down, you will see some messages like processed AWS S3 batch in this bucket. This is the destination bucket, right? So if I copy it, if I go back to this destination bucket, if I refresh this section, see, now the updated image is uploaded here, October 2025 and 9:20 35 seconds. So this is how the whole flow is going on. Now even if you want, you can open this file also. See, this is the size of the image. So this is how we are doing this whole flow. So I hope you understood it. So let's catch up for the next project. Thank you.